At 15 was the first time I benched 400, and I wanted 500 at 19.
Hey, Mike, it's me again. It was funny that you told me you benched 315 at the age of 13.
Bulgarian.
What do you think about Bulgarian
training method?
Well, we talked about that. I mean, we already talked about that's what I started, the Russian, Eastern Bloc, Bulgarian training methods. But I mean, I think most powerlifting came from that era and that location. Best training methods in the world.
Right, that's true. I'm Romanians.
That whole Eastern Bloc, man, it's just, they got it.
Thank you. Answer my question about timer retentions. 2 seconds a rep. Not thank you for answering my question.
I don't know about 2 seconds a rep. Most reps take 2 seconds. That's not much time under tension, to be honest. But I like moving the weights controlled. Yeah, I know. When I lift, people go, "Oh, you're doing time under tension." No, I'm just lifting. At 15 was the first time I benched 400, and I wanted 500 at 19. 471 in a meet, 505 in the gym at 19 years old.
I'm thinking about competing in powerlifting. What do you think?
I think you should. Great job. Great job. Read that, Mo.
Today, some guy in the gym told me not to lift heavy. Literally went up 10 pounds. My next step.
That is a Titan member if I've ever met one. Great job. Love that.
When I told Wolfram, I washed all the dishes after the party. That's when. Don't worry, he's not like he saw me and he was like, that's the one. Oh no.
Love L-carnitine. I'm just gonna shut up and keep. I'm gonna keep going here. All right, I'm gonna have to break out of here, guys. We got a 3:30.
We do have a 3:30. If you can stay in that shape to your 60s, that will be revolutionary. If you could stay in that shape at your 60s, that would be revolutionary.
Robbie Robinson is 80, right? Jack LaLanne almost lived until he was 100. There's been many incredible people that were in their 60s, 70s, and 80s in incredible shape. So I thank you, and I'm hoping to do that, but it's nothing new.
Hey, Mike, it's me again. It was funny that you told me you benched 315 at the age of 13.
It was actually in a powerlifting meet, and I was 275 in a legal bench. It was actually 330 in the gym. And then by 15, it was well over the 4s. And then by 19, it was 5. So thank you.
Mike, why don't you have any tattoos?
Why don't I have any tattoos?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Because I don't want
We're
no
so
tattoos.
happy. None of us have tattoos.
No, fuck no.
No tattoos. No.
Go.
When did you realize that flat bench isn't optimal and switch to inclines?
When I realized I wasn't going to powerlift anymore, that my lower chest from flat benching, because if you guys realize, flat bench isn't really mid chest. It hasn't been mid chest since forever. So flat bench is basically a moderate decline, and so it's just lower chest. And so I realized that my lower chest was just well overdeveloped, and I never in my life saw a guy with an overdeveloped upper chest. And I thought an upper chest always, when I saw it in the gym, was the most cool looking muscle, that rear delts and hamstrings. So I was early 20s, 24, 25, and I said, done with that, only going the other side.
Yeah, why not lift past your 60s? Look at Albert Beckles.
Albert was the great one, man. Albert, what a motivation. And he's still going. He's 90 something right now.
Yep.
Good job, Craig, on the squat, the PR.
Oh, nice.
Great job, man. Good job. Oh, this is a good one. Go for it.
where would you fit a martial art into one of your programs? For example, I'm on power bodybuilding, but I like to do jiu-jitsu once or twice a week, simply just because I miss rolling. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say power bodybuilding would probably be the best one to have the martial arts mixed in with that, because you get a couple down days for that powerlifting, the power bodybuilding.
So you would go on the off day?
Yeah, I'm going the off days. If you can, maybe even on Monday after training or Wednesday after training, because you don't want to come back in fatigued and you have a full day of rest. And then with jiu-jitsu, you're working forms and then you're rolling at the end of class. So it depends on how much you're rolling. I would, for you,
That is tough.
if you are going to do the weightlifting and everything, understand that maybe the majority of the others that are doing jiu-jitsu are not. So maybe you have to gauge how much to do it. Go to class, learn the moves, get your rolling into where you're like, okay, I feel good, but maybe don't do the full time. So like in judo, we would always be able to, say in the class, all right, guys, free time, let's go. And I would always do about 1 or 2 or 3, honestly, 1 or 2 matches, feel really good, comfortable, also implement in what I learned in class that day, and then I'm out. And then I was out because I had to get to bed to get back up early. So govern it. It's hard to do both, and I know that because that's how all I did in my late teens and my early 20s. That's all I did, and I was working jobs, and so it is tough to manage both. But do it now. Enjoy that stuff. 100 grams of oats, you beast. That's a good size meal before a workout. Good job, guys. I like that. That's Titan crew members right there. They're eating before they go train. Smart.
Let's do this. A lot of people's immunity isn't really up to par right now. So do you recommend to train or sleep while you're sick?
Sleep. Get the immune back up. Get the immunes. Boom, boom, boom. All of you should be on this right now, especially because of what's going on in the world right now. So get that immune system up, build it,